This will be an interesting one. The reason I say that is because I will admit, back in 2010 when this came out, I gave this a positive review. It was when I started this channel, actually. I started this channel in 2010, and I saw this movie and went, this movie's not that bad. As I've heard, because I heard it's like the worst comedy ever. And I went into it going, oh, well, it's a new Kevin Smith film, and Bruce Willis is in it, and it's a buddy cop movie. I love buddy cop movies. And Harold Faltermeyer did the score, cool. And I watched it, I'm like, oh, it's not that bad, I liked it. That review is no longer up, hasn't been up for years. Because when I bought this on Blu-ray, I'm like, wow, this isn't as good as I fucking remember. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes some movies age well, sometimes they don't. That happens with everybody. I guarantee it happens with everybody. But I'll be honest, and people be like, oh, well, you're just saying it because a lot of people hate Copout. A lot of people hate Predator 2, and I love Predator 2. A lot of people love Alien 3, and I hate Alien 3. A lot of people love Prometheus, The Dark Knight Rises, Predators, Man of Steel, Jurassic World. I hate those movies. A lot of people hate RoboCop 2, Predator 2, Rambo 3, Battle Los Angeles, End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hard Target, you know, whatever. I'm trying to think of what movies. I still love them. I do love them. A lot of people hate Green Lantern. I had fun with Green Lantern. I also love Edge of Tomorrow, Judge Dredd. I mean, not Judge Dredd. Dredd. Dredd, John Wick. Wait. Dredd, John Wick, Edge of Tomorrow, Fast 5, Fast 6, Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier, which a lot of people enjoy those films. I did too. So it's all the various things of the rainbow. There's a lot of movies I like that a lot of people love. Jaws, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. There are a lot of movies that I don't like that a lot of people love. Like I said, Dark Knight Rises, Prometheus, Predators, Man of Steel, etc. And then there's a lot of movies that I hate that a lot of people hate. Battlefield Earth sucks. Howard the Duck kind of sucks. Not even kind of. It does suck. Howard the Duck, I'm sorry, it does suck. And then there are movies that get better with age and some that don't. Transformers did not get better with age with me. I remember I did an Empire, like top whatever Empire or whatever website did like worst films, worst sequels, something like that. And I commented on it. And then even someone pointed out, well, wait a minute, your opinion's changed on the Transformers. And I had not seen that video for a long time. I'm like, you know what? That's true. So I took the video down because I'm like, I want my videos that are currently up to reflect what I feel at that point in time. As in the here and now. How do I feel here and now? Do I still like that movie? Yes, keep it up. Have my opinion changed on that? Yeah, well, let me delete it because my opinion has changed on it. But I will admit it. That's the thing. It's like when I type on people on Facebook or reply here on YouTube, I type very simple, straightforward, to the point. Sometimes one word, 2 words, 3 words, and I know some people think that's an attitude thing. It's nothing to do with attitude. I don't believe in the attitude through text. To me, you have to hear a person. I just don't believe in that. I just type straightforward. So it's not run around BS. It's like, I'm going to tell you straightforward. Do you like the movie? Transformers, the first 2 I used to like. Now they can go fuck themselves. Because I look at what they did with Ninja Turtles and I'm like, oh, now I get it. Because I didn't grow up with the Transformers cartoon. I get what you guys are saying now. At the same time, I still like Green Lantern. Which I know a lot of people hate. This one, and A Good Day to Die Hard, 2 Bruce Willis films. When I first saw them, I liked. When I bought them on Blu-ray, I saw them again, I'm like, it's not as, yeah, they don't hold up. On the flip side, I still love Live Free or Die Hard. I still love Live Free or Die Hard. I still love The Fifth Element. I still love Last Man Standing, which a lot of people don't like. I love Last Man Standing. I love The Last Boy Scout. Still do. And then there are movies that I used to not like. Soldier for Caruso. Nowadays I watch it and go, that's not that bad of a movie actually. Soldier's actually pretty good. Soldier I liked. Soldier, yeah, I do like that movie Caruso. So everything I'm talking about, it happens with everybody. It's just, will you admit it or not admit it? I'm going to admit it. If my opinion changes, my opinion, I will admit it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. People are like, no shit. But at the same time, you have to say the no shit Sherlock dialogue because nowadays people give you a runaround, whether it be in typing, they'll type 5 paragraphs. And that's fine if you type 5 paragraphs, but sometimes they'll type and it's like, what do you mean? I just type straightforward. What do you think about it? I don't like it. That way it's not me wasting your time. I feel like I'm wasting your time if I write in huge paragraphs. And granted, I do long reviews, but my reviews are not intricate. They're just, hey, this is just how I feel, my stream of consciousness, and just, if you can't be honest, what's the point? And the point here is, when I first saw Copout, I liked it. Now, it's a piece of shit. And it's not because of any fad, or because, well, other people don't like it. I fucking like Loose Cannons with Gene Hackman. That has a lower rating than this. More people hate that film than this film. And I like Loose Cannons with Dan Aykroyd and Gene Hackman. I like Collision Course with Pat Morita and Jay Leno. So, no, it's not about from fad. People hate those movies, buddy cop movies, a lot more than this. And I like those buddy cop movies more than this. Sad enough. And part of the reason why this didn't hold up, I'm like, just when comparing to so many buddy cop films, Running Scared with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines, Tango and Cash, Harold Faltermeyer doing the score, Tango and Cash, my favorite buddy cop movie, The Last Boy Scout, awesome. Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, I don't know if they fall into that. Some people do, some people don't. Whatever. Still better movies than this. Bad Boys 2. I'm like, man, so many other movies. Showdown Little Tokyo, I Come in Peace, Split Second. So many buddy movies. Even when this came out, you had a movie called The Other Guys with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. And I'm like, that's a better movie. It's funnier. It's better written. Has better action scenes. Has good action scenes. This doesn't. This sucks badly. Man. Stuff I can say I don't mind. I don't mind the soundtrack. Harold Faltermeyer's score. Nice to see Harold Faltermeyer's nowhere near as good as Beverly Hills Cop or Tango and Cash. But it's nice to see him do a new score. That's cool. I liked it. The songs used, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, which was using that stupid fucking advertising for the stupid fucking Super Chuds sequel. But I like the song, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I like that it ends with the song from Fletch, Bit by Bit. Even have Every Rose Has Its Thorn. So I like the song choices. I actually do like Bruce Willis. I know a lot of people say Bruce Willis sleepwalked through this role. I liked him in the role. He's one of the only things I liked about the film, watching it at the end. Because if I sleepwalk, I've seen him sleepwalk. It's called these direct-to-video movies he does nowadays, like The Setup, or that fucking movie Vice with Thomas Jane, which was a piece of shit. That's Bruce Willis sleepwalking. The Setup is Bruce Willis sleepwalking. He did a film with, God, what's his name, from Saved by the Bell. He was also in that bus movie. Mark Paul Gosselaar, an action movie. Mark Paul Gosselaar was good, but Bruce Willis was sleepwalking like shit in that movie. That's Bruce Willis sleepwalking. Here, I like it. Even the first scene where him and Tracy Morgan are talking, and Tracy Morgan's going to go in this room to talk to this guy and do impressions. Bruce Willis is like, the impression you don't see on my face is fuck you. I hate anniversaries. I like hearing Bruce Willis talk like that again after so long. He didn't even get to talk like that in A Good Day to Die Hard, which was rated R. He didn't even get to talk like that. So I think that's part of the reason why I liked it the first time. I liked seeing Bruce Willis in that mode again. Again, I know people will disagree and say sleepwalking. I disagree. I've seen him sleepwalk. I liked him in the film. But he's the only thing, pretty much. Tracy Morgan is the worst culprit. I'm tearing this thing off if you wonder what the noise is. I hate Tracy Morgan. I know he went through some bad things personally. He got in a car accident with, I believe, a Walmart truck. And he's thankfully getting better. So I have nothing against him personally. But acting-wise, he's more annoying than Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's better than Tracy Morgan. I'm sorry. The bit role he had in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back worked. Here, as he's like Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, multiplied to 10. He's so over the top. He's like trying to be the kid in Cop and a Half if he was a grown-up. But with the same... Hell, that's an insult to the kid in Cop and a Half, because he acted more like an adult than fucking Tracy Morgan. He acts like a 10-year-old. Like, he wipes his nose like... I'm gonna get some homage. Homage? No, it's homage, but that's the comedy. He says, homage. And that's another problem. Kevin Smith did not write this. I don't know why he thought this was a good script, but this script sucks. The story sucks. The villain is inconsequential. The action scenes, there's barely any action scenes. And when there are action scenes, they fucking suck. They're boring and lame as fuck. And I've seen better action scenes and multiple TV shows, from Miami Vice to Magnum P.I. to fucking CSI Miami. I'm sorry, Kevin Smith does not know how to handle action scenes. Tracy Morgan is over the top and fucking annoying as fuck. The scene where he's just doing lines from Heat and Training Day and Predator and The Color Purple and Jaws and Beetlejuice, just saying line after line, and then Bruce Willis saying, oh, that's from that movie, that's from that movie. That's not funny. Bruce Willis is doing the best that he can. I know Bruce Willis and Kevin Smith did not get along at all throughout working this film. And at the time, I'm like, oh, you know, I wanted to side with Bruce Willis because I grew up more with Bruce Willis. But then you hear about how Bruce Willis, there's so many films where he fucks around with folks. Bonfire of the Vanities pissed off Brian De Palma. He had a fight with the director of Striking Distance. The kid in Mercury Rising, I think, told a good friend of mine, Fabio, that Bruce Willis was kind of a dick in the making of Mercury Rising. Not only to him, the kid, but to at least to the director. Wasn't there a story at one point that they said Woody Allen fired Bruce Willis? I don't know if that's true, but I thought that was the story. Like, so many people talking about how they had a problem working with Bruce Willis. Last Boy Scout, Tony Scott and Joel Silver hated his ass. So Last Boy Scout, what was that? Bonfire of the Vanities, this movie, Striking Distance. You know, when you hear enough, you're like, must be something. So, considering how, I've seen a lot of interviews with Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith seems like a nice guy. He does seem like a good guy, Kevin Smith. The more interviews I watch, but then when you look at Bruce Willis, he does seem like an uptight dick. He does seem like an uptight prick. So I'm like, I'm sorry, Kevin. I was wrong. I think you were probably in the right, and Bruce Willis probably was a dick. So I was wrong. I will admit that. I will admit when I was wrong. But at the same time, I do think Kevin Smith did a bad job with this film. The script was shitty. Tracy Morgan was god awful, annoying. His improv was annoying. But yeah, I would rather take Kevin Hart. Sad to say. Is Ride Along better than this? I don't know. Because at least in this, I like Bruce Willis. Ride Along, I don't like anybody. I think they both suck. I'll watch Tango and Cash and Showdown Little Tokyo. And Last Boy Scout. Great triple feature. But I like Bruce Willis. I like that on the glass he does and draws it a little dick to where the guys press against the window. Because I've never seen Bruce Willis do that kind of stuff before. And him telling Tracy Morgan, "You suck! You suck!" I'm like, you're right, Bruce Willis. He does suck. Tell him more that he sucks. He does suck. Just like the writing in this film sucks ass. Like Tracy Morgan, the comedy is he has to dress himself in a cell phone costume to go undercover. Him and Bruce Willis, this informant, he gets killed. Little chase. Tracy Morgan does a foot chase and gets on a bicycle. Bruce Willis is chasing, and I can't help it. I like Bruce Willis. I like seeing that. Sad enough, there's more John McClane in this than in A Good Day to Die Hard. That's what's sad. Like, the fuck you doing firing a gun on a platform? And he's running, then he gets hit by a car. Then you have the whole thing, captains, they get suspended. Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis going, "Fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you." Tim Pollak and I think it's Adam Brody, forget his name. They play another set of detectives. Again, you see in a lot of movies. Bad Boys. You had Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, then you had another set of detectives. If they're trying to do a satire of 80s, action buddy cop movies, I'm like, you did a shitty job of it. The other guys did a better job. They were funnier. I never thought I'd say that Will Ferrell and Marky Mark was funnier than a film of Bruce Willis. Buddy cop action comedy. It's true. And I've seen Bruce Willis' daughter's getting married, but he can't pay for it. Meets with his ex's new boyfriend, which is Jason Lee. I'm like, cool, Jason Lee's in it. I like Jason Lee. I like that he got to play off against Bruce Willis. I wish Jason Lee was in the film more. Either have him be the Tracy Morgan role, or that'd be cool. That'd be really cool, actually. I would much prefer Jason Lee over Tracy Morgan. I much prefer Jason Lee. Or have him be the villain, or have him be in more of the film, but he's in like 2 scenes. This one and 1 scene at the end, so the underutilized Jason Lee's talents. But I like Jason Lee. Like, a deadbeat ex-husband who never had to pay alimony. You're welcome, by the way. Why don't you take that gun and shoot yourself, Serpico? I like Jason Lee. And I do like Bruce Willis, where he's hugging his daughter, and he's asking, "Is he looking at me right now?" And she's like, "Mm-hmm." Ah, fuck him. I like seeing Bruce Willis like that. But Tracy Morgan, he's the worst part of this movie. He's so annoying. He is so aggravating. It's nothing against him personally. I'm sorry what happened to him personally. I am. But in the movie, he gets home. He's a very paranoid guy. Paranoid about his girlfriend. That's where you have Every Rose Has Its Thorn song playing. He's insecure. Wondering if his woman's cheating on him all the time. Even installs a nanny cam. And this, like, teddy bear. In order to pay for the wedding, Bruce Willis has to sell his baseball card. He's about ready to do it. And Sean William Scott and this other guy steal it and taser him. And Tracy Morgan's being stupid, not paying attention. And Bruce Willis is like, "Hey! Hey!" And I even saw a deleted scene, which I thought the deleted scene was funny. They should have kept it, where Bruce Willis just knocking shit down. What the fuck? And just kicking stuff and throwing shit down, just going crazy. I'm like, I like that. That's not Bruce Willis sleepwalking. Again, you want to see Bruce Willis sleepwalking? Watch Vice with Thomas Jane. Watch fucking all these direct-to-video movies. Or don't. Skip them. But Tracy Morgan, like in another scene where it's like, oh, my mom will say, my son is a genius. My son is a genius. No, he's not. You know, there's a reason. Well, the reason is because what happened to him personally, so let's be fair. But Tracy Morgan was not getting a lot of lead roles in movies. And this is a prime example as to why. He's fucking annoying, aggravating, and sucks. He sucks. Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, great in Bad Boys 1 and 2. Damon Wayans, great in The Last Boy Scout. Gregory Hines, great in Running Scared. Danny Glover, great in Lethal Weapon 1 through 4. Lethal Weapon 4, miles better than this movie. Masterpiece compared to this movie. I will say that. I will admit that. They watch this house because they're trying to try Seann William Scott. And Seann William Scott, I like Seann William Scott. The fact that they give him a character who is his, God, what do you call it? His calling card is shitting in people's houses. Once again, this shows how stupid this writing is. That's the calling card you give Seann William Scott, who's a burglar, who when he steals, he shits in the houses that he steals in. So that we can have Tracy Morgan either bitch about thinking his woman's cheating on him and about the neighbor and giving him this shitty British accent, or about how, oh, that guy's shitting. Oh, what the hell did he say? You know, I set records with my shit turds, and just keeps going and going and going about taking a shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Kevin Smith's directing. He could change shit up and say, no, this is stupid. Don't talk about this. But Kevin Smith, he's a big fan of Tracy Morgan. He loved everything Tracy Morgan was doing. So that's why I do put some of the blame on Kevin Smith. I'm sorry, he didn't write it. But telling Tracy Morgan to keep going, to not hold him back. And I'm like, no, maybe that's another reason why I like Bruce Willis. Compared to Tracy Morgan, Bruce Willis isn't that bad. I like some of the stuff Bruce Willis does. Like when he's pushing Tracy Morgan's head in the sand, I'm like, yes, so you just shut him up. Or there's a scene later on where they're going up and, no, I'm going to be the good cop. No, you don't be the good cop. And Bruce Willis just pushes Tracy Morgan into the bushes like he was a kid. I like seeing Bruce Willis that way. Especially compared to what he does nowadays. I did chuckle at the scene where there's a mom pulling up with her kid and it's their house being robbed. And the mom doesn't want to swear in front of her kid. She's like, effing this, effing that. And then even Bruce Willis goes, put the effing gun down, go to the effing neighbor's house. And just him trying not to swear in front of this parent and her kid. I did chuckle at that. Seann William Scott, you know, other than his stupid calling card, I like Seann William Scott. Seann William Scott I would have preferred over Tracy Morgan. I like the scene where he's giving Tracy Morgan shit. Again, maybe because I don't like Tracy Morgan's character at all. I hate his character. So when Seann William Scott's giving him shit, I kind of have fun with it. Talking about how his wife craves the cock. And, you know, she's probably in the middle of a DP. And then Tracy Morgan's doing this. And Seann William Scott, don't tap your head with a gun. And starts repeating what Tracy Morgan says, annoying the shit out of him. And even says a knock knock, who's there? Orange what? Orange, you pissed? Your wife's taking you to the ass from another guy. I like Seann William Scott. Just not a stupid calling card, but I like Seann William Scott. I like Bruce Willis. I like the score. I like some of the songs. But The action, you're like, what action? Lame action, barely any action. You count on one hand how many attempts at action scenes, and they're all lame, lazy, boring, forgettable, tedious, slow. Just shows that Kevin Smith cannot direct an action scene. He could not. The villain is forgettable, it's boring, it's a guy named Pole Boy. They get Seann William Scott to tell him where the card is. The card's at the bad guy, Pole Boy. Make a deal. Pole Boy wants his car found. They try to see where this car is at. They find this little kid who steals cars, who hits Tracy Morgan in the balls, and then punches the kid back in his balls. And that's the scene where then they go to somewhere and Bruce Willis pushes Tracy Morgan in the bushes. It's like, you sucker punching piece of shit. And Bruce Willis acting crazy, like he's a crazy guy to get information. Bruce Willis is kind of fun, but then Tracy Morgan comes in doing this stupid, trying to be RoboCop shit. And Tracy Morgan is just awful. He's so fucking awful. He's awful at being awful. He's so awful. He's so goddamn ridiculous. He's about 2 shots away from playing buckwheat. God, I hate this fucking performance, man. Sucks. So much dick. And then you get another lazy, laughable attempt at an action scene, little car chase through a cemetery. I like Bruce Willis' line, all great. Drive us in a cemetery. How about we hop out of our car and hop into a fucking grave? But it's just a lazy, boring, forgettable little car chase. Nothing to it. And one thing leads to another, they find this girl tied up in the trunk of the car. Tracy Morgan looks at the nanny cam. This is a little bit later on after Bruce Willis looks at it and thinks that his wife's cheating on him. Pollak and his partner think Tracy Morgan is dirty. The girl sneaks out, leaves a flash drive, dealing with some numbers. They find out where Pole Boy's place is at. Get Seann William Scott to try to sneak in, but he dies. But not really dies. Then you get this really boring shootout. Really boring as hell shootout. Which you see Red State, there's a lot of boring ass shootouts. Bad guy gets shot in the head from Bruce Willis. Tracy Morgan shot him in the heart, but really the card was in there, so Tracy Morgan fucked up the card. And just doing this over-the-top kind of, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Literally like that. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Burn! Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. And then the last scene is the wedding, and you know Jason Lee does pay for the wedding, but Tracy Morgan puts a gun on him so that he doesn't get up to give away the girl, so Bruce Willis can give away his own daughter, and just a lame ending, shitty ending to a shitty movie. But you have the song Bit by Bit from Fletch, which of course is like, well, just watch Fletch, which is a better comedy, funnier and a better movie. Just watch Fletch. Or Fletch Lives. Yeah, this film, I actually don't mind Bruce Willis, the score, the songs, Seann William Scott, Jason Lee, who's really underutilized. But it's boring. It's not that funny. The writing is terrible. I don't know why. These guys suck at writing. They sucked at writing the script for a buddy cop movie. The action scenes are... There's not much action in the movie. And when it's there, it's very boring, lazy, lame, forgettable. I'm like, car chase through a cemetery, I'll watch Adventures of Ford Fairlane, which is a better movie, better action, better comedy, better dialogue, and it's funny as shit. Vengeance for Fairlane kissed the shit out of this movie. So many buddy cop movies kicked the shit out of this movie. The other guys did. The Heat with Sandra Bullock was a better movie. Running Scared, Bad Boys 1 and 2, Tango and Cash, Lethal Weapon 1 through 4. Metro's not really a buddy cop movie, but kind of a Michael Rappaport, so a little bit. Metro is a much better movie. That's the thing, like all these other movies that don't get talked about, like Metro, much better movie. Shonen Low Tokyo, hell lot better movie. Icon of Peace, hell lot better movie. Split Second, hell lot better movie. The Hidden is a buddy movie, not comedy, but it's a buddy action sci-fi horror movie. It's a better movie. It's a lot of better movies. Again, I'd rather watch Collision Course and Loose Cannons. I have more fun with those. Dan Aykroyd, as annoying as he can be, he's not as annoying as fucking Tracy Morgan. And Gene Hackman, I thought was really funny, and that had actually a more interesting plot. Not just about baseball cards, but about porn and Nazis and just crazy and dumb DeLuise, and like, that's more nuts. I would go watch that movie instead of Copout. Yeah, this is a cop-out. It's a cop-out of movie killed my fucking brain cells. I can't think of anything remotely witty to say about the title of Copout. I know the original title was A Couple of Dicks. I'm like, that would be really ironic because a couple of dicks are in the movie. Including Bruce Willis. But, I mean, even though he acted like a dick on set, I actually don't mind his performance, but the dialogue didn't help tremendously. It really didn't. The writing didn't help at all. So yeah, this is a very lame, lazy, shitty movie. And I will, again, I liked it when I first saw it. It did not hold up. I don't repeat myself, but I want to stress out. That's why I repeat, because I want to stress things out. Some movies age well like wine. And some movies age like grapes. Grapes are good. Leave it long enough, they're shit. And then some age like piss, in which at the beginning they're crap and at the end they're crap. So, just depends. Soldier with Caruso. I think they aged well. I like that movie. And you watch the movie now and just go, that's a really good film. This film, no, did not age well. Especially when there's so many other buddy cop films that are much better. Tango and Cash. You want to see how a buddy cop film that's funnier, better action, better entertainment, with a Harold Faltermeyer score, then watch Tango and Cash. Much, 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 much better movie than this. The Other Guys, which came around at the same time, much better movie than this. Bad Boys 1 and 2, much better movies than this. The Heat with Sandra Bullock, I know, that's even a better movie than this. Shitty, forgettable villain, shitty action, when it's there, crappy dialogue, annoying Tracy Morgan, who's a cartoon character. He's literally a cartoon character in this movie. It's so fucking annoying. Jason Lee's underutilized. Bruce Willis, I think he's trying to do the best he can. I really do believe that. Harold Faltermeyer, I like the score, but it's not I love, but I liked it. Yeah, this movie sucks a lot of dick.